endlessly searching for an original sound.
Huh. I did not know those were K stories. It's been a while since I've been on K. Maybe they do share spooky stories like that, but normally I find Skinwalker stuff in that. That'll be fine either way. We'll find them. We'll get a nice group of green text together. It's gonna be fun. I'm gonna enjoy
I
it.
asked the other co-hosts, and they've just gone and fucked off. Really?
It'll be okay.
Did you have
We'll
to
be
wrap
fine.
around my bra?
Yes?
Damn it, Toast. You and Miko stop wrapping around. He's so cute. He's completely wrapped in it, and I can't get it off her without waking her up.
Miko will be fine. I'm
Yeah,
sure.
as long as she's not chewing it, I'm good.
Okay.
So yeah, we're going to be doing lots of spooky this month, in between me having to do a lot of stuff privately, so hopefully I'll have time to do lots of streaming.
Well, I think it'll be fun. I'm going to enjoy doing Green Tech. It's been a long time since I had the time to visit.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm really wanting to start it tonight, but we didn't get sent any yet because I didn't get to do the video I planned to do. Which sucked.
Well, I would like to get through as much of Katawa Shoujo as we can tonight. Maybe tomorrow night would be a good time for it.
Yeah, you're not doing anything tomorrow with your friends?
No, I have a friend right here. We were, I wasn't speedrunning Sonic 06 alone.
Tell him you're gonna be hitting on, that you're a retard that's gonna be hitting on disabled girls.
Hey, dude, I'm a retard, and I'm going to be disabled for a bit, going to disabled school, and we're gonna hit on some disabled people. Would you be my tard wrangler? What does that mean? You either are the tard wrangler or you're not. Give me an answer.
I'll give you myself.
He'll be my tard wrangler. We'll be fine.
What does that mean?
He doesn't know what a tard wrangler is? Wait, is this the Reddit person?
Just keep going. Don't worry about it.
Is that your Reddit person? Because he's
No,
already a
it's
tard
not.
wrangler if he is.
No, he's not. Yeah, I know, Jedi. It's very confusing, a very hard time in my life. I do have friends.
He is kind of a normie.
Yeah, just a bit. One flight of stairs up, and I run into problems.
Hold on, I gotta move you to the front. By the way, that's one really ugly painting.
Oh, it's okay. I'm used to the ugly paintings by now. I just want to get back to this disabled girl.
They're already reeing at the thought of you having a friend.
Oh, no. The second floor hallway is a carbon copy of the third floor one. Wide, of course, and plain, like only hallways can be. Problem is that the library's whereabouts are not as easily determined as one would think.
Oh, for the love of God, just ask for directions. Why do men never ask for directions?
Because we have a thing called pride. Sucks.
Yeah, how's that working for you?
The classrooms are marked with signs stating which class they belong to. But then, there's a plethora of others, unmarked rooms.
Just to fuck with you.
Yeah, they're just there. They're not used for anything. They're just rooms. Is the library one of them? Or is it just somewhere down the hallway?
Shouldn't it have a giant sign that says, "Retard, library is here. Good luck reading books"?
Yes, only hallways can be plain. Any other kind of media cannot be plain.
How are
Any other
hallways
kind of-
media?
That, I was about to elaborate on that. I bet on the ladder and choose my direction at random.
You still need to elaborate on this. I'm not letting you
Elaborate
get
on
away
what?
with it.
Get away with what?
The hallways being media?
Hallways are media?
Oh, don't you start that shit.
After I turn around the corner, and it's still loading,
Oh, I'm
an
sorry.
unmarked door draws my attention because it's not closed.
Wait, is it really lagging for you?
Yeah, it is on my screen, not on the streams. The streams are fine, but just
Want
for
me
the
to
screen.
restart this one and see if it helps?
Sure, let's try it. It's just being a little bit like it'll have half the dialogue on the screen. It'll stop, and then I have to pause for a second to get it catch up. And
Oh, whoops. I'm trying to get it so it only gets one screen, but it won't let me. Oh, there we go. Does that help?
oh hey. After I turn the corner, an unmarked door draws my attention because it's not closed.
Sometimes this reads like amateur.
It's not open either, though. Just barely ajar, so that I can see it's open and nothing else.
It's not closed, but it's not open. It's Schrodinger's door.
Somewhere in between. It would make sense for the library door to be invitingly open. And while this one was not quite that, it's good enough. At the very least, it means that someone else is inside. And I can ask for directions no matter how embarrassing.
Oh my gosh, he's actually going to stop and ask for directions.
I gingerly push on the center of the door with my fingertips, every muscle on my arm ready to pull back at a moment's notice. The feeling of being an outsider to this school can't be shaken from my mind, so much so that I instinctively fear doing something wrong by entering.
Then knock, asshole.
The door slowly creaks as if groaning from a deep sleep, though it is much easier to open than I anticipated. Leaning over and poking my head even further inside to gain the sight of the room as fast as possible, the meek "hello" on my lips is quickly snatched away. This is not as I was expecting. I mindlessly let the door open to its full extent, taking in the sight of the solitary figure taking center stage in the otherwise abandoned room. The situation steals my voice, leaving me standing at the doorway staring at the beautiful girl. Evidently, having taken her time to assess the situation, the girl gently puts down her teacup and opens her eyes, but doesn't look at me.
Hello there. May I help you?
Staring directly in front of herself, the movements of her lips seem to break the silence rather than the words.
What?
We're attracted to her. That's what we're getting at. Just
flowery
keep
talk
going.
for we want to bone this.
Yes, essentially.
Okay, you
However,
can send your... Hold on, sorry. You can send your green text to the Twitter, Purity Sin, because I don't know if Toast has one. You can email it, or you can send it through the Facebook group. Okay, go ahead.
Yep, that would be fine. Can they also post in the suggestions of our Discord, or?
Oh, that's right. Let me put the Discord, while you're reading this one, I'm going to put the Discord in the YouTube chat, because it keeps vanishing.
Thanks. Give me some too while you're at it. Yeah, I do want some. Yeah.
You gotta send your Tard Wrangler to get you a drink.
Yeah. Yep. True move. Yep. Yeah. Anyway, however, it's the soft, measured voice that reminds me she's being separate from the room itself. So wait a minute. Are you telling me that we saw her as a decoration for the room until this very second?
Would it surprise you with this guy?
Like, she's like a garden gnome in a garden of the room or something.
She's like a little animatronic that you only notice when it finally moves.
Like you open the door, the sensor triggers, and it goes, "Hello! How can I help you?" Not only is she likely the tallest girl I've ever laid eyes on, but even among the foreigners I've met, she's strikingly distinct. So if she's a foreigner, then I have to ask, where is she from? Is she Finnish? Swedish? like, I mean, blonde hair, blue eyes could be German.
She could be American also.
Oh, you skipped my line.
I'm sorry, I didn't know you didn't read it. I was answering the chat.
Oh, yeah. Hi. Sorry for intruding. I was just kind of lost. She takes a moment to formulate a response before speaking. Every action she takes feels as though it's carefully choreographed beforehand.
I told you she was a robot.
If she's a robot, if she's like legitimately a robot and that's her disability, that would be... we would bone this one. I'm sorry.
To be fair, this is 4chan. Would you be surprised if that turned out to be the truth?
Not particularly.
Care to take a seat? Oh wait, should I do it more robotic just for the fun of it?
Give me a minute, I'll mess up my mic and then... Care to take a seat?
Care to take a seat?
Unexpected, considering that I'm intruding upon her.
Because God forbid she be nice, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes, everyone in the school has disabilities. That's the point of the school.
And our guy is like the biggest retard there. He has the biggest disability there is.
Thanks? I slowly step towards another seat opposite of her, the girl resting the teacup and the saucer on the wooden table in between.
Which is currently invisible.
To us, yes. The way she doesn't track any movements with her head is telling. That, and the slight cloudiness in her eyes means she must be at least partially blind, like Kenji.
He figured out Kenji's blind.
Man, that was a hard one. Come to think of it, her voice doesn't have any detectable accent either. I guess she must be half Japanese.
Or she's just lived in Japan for a while.
Or for her whole life. As I take my seat, her composure takes me slightly off guard. Her air of relaxed confidence makes the silence entirely comfortable.
We will be later on in this, don't worry, noob.
My disability will beat up your disability.
Oh, this is why we're not allowed to write visual novels.
The calming atmosphere was so very different from the student council office.
I take it you're a new student to Yamaku? Yamafuck it?
Yeah. I just transferred in yesterday. I get the distinct feeling my speech patterns don't match the formality of hers, accentuated by her restrained bow of greeting.
She's blind! The hell did you expect?
One which I hasten to match before realizing the futility of any action.
I want to say she's half messing with him now. I'm Lisa Tao. Pleased to meet you.
Hisao Nakai. She gives a nod before gesturing roughly in the direction of her teacup.
Would you care for a drink?
Sure!
I'm not reading the chats anymore.
I can hear you bow. As much as it pains me, I can't keep step with her formality in the proceedings.
She's not gonna see you anyway, what does it matter?
She gives a kind nod, taking the request in stride.
Please, for the love of God, everyone take a drink if he does something that she's not gonna see. It just turned into a completely different room.
Without another word, she steps off the chair and prepares a second cup of tea from a collection of supplies laid out along the shelf. A brush here, a brush there, her left hand often lightly touching the side of whichever container she's pouring into. It seems to be a process she's followed dozens of times before. As I lean sideways to see around her back, she seems to use her long, dainty fingers to measure the right amount of water in the cup.
He's also checking out her ass, isn't he?
I'm
Stop being
his
naughty,
I could not
Toast.
tell you. It's one thing to see the different disabilities the students have in my class, but it's quite another to see how everyone seems to adapt.
Oh god, this man really hasn't been around anyone disabled.
Nope, never once. Shizune and Misha have no problem working together to communicate with me, and Lily herself seems to have workarounds for her problems I'd never thought of. While I feel slightly guilty about her doing the work, she seems pleased to be following the correct process of the offerer preparing the drink.
So?
Her soft voice brings me out of my silent observance of her booty.
Which room were you looking for? It's not often this classroom is visited after school.
The school library. Shizune and some classmates told me it was on this floor. She finishes pouring the water into the teacup as she nods. A small metallic tapping coming from the teacup indicating it is being stirred.
Combat Wizard just won the chat.
Yep, it's true.
By the way, the name for pregnancy, he has a disability. Yeah, it's called retardation. No, I mean his actual one is a heart condition.
Yeah, he has arrhythmia. Which sucks, but I guess you can couple it with retardation if you want to.
I'm aware of Miss Hakamichi, as are most students. To be with them means you're in class 3-3, no?
That's right. In the science room with Muto. She gives a small giggle before setting down the teaspoon and slowly walking towards the table, teacup and saucer in hand.
He's quite a character. I imagine you'll come to like him. Most do. Oh, that's what our character looks like. There's still no teacup.
Well, we actually look quite a bit more like John than I thought we would.
Oh my god! We're John's little brother.
As she sets down... Sorry. As she sets down the tea, I gently take it and have a sip. I'm really more of a coffee person, but this seems like a rather bad moment to bring it up.
Don't be a dick.
Nonetheless, the smell's quite nice. I hardly think it'd be hard to choke down.
What?
Thanks, Sato. It tastes really nice. She smiles and quickly waves her hand in front of her face.
Lily, please. There's no need to be too formal.
She says this in spite of her exceedingly well-bred speech. Oh well. I just want to... She did say Lily, please. There's no need to be so... Right? Right, I wasn't...
Lily.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. Alright. It's weird to see someone address themselves like that, but maybe that's normal.
Oh,
I guess
no. Oh, wait. Her saying Lily, please? No, I've heard people say that. Just say, instead of saying the last name and stuff.
Interesting. I've not, but I'm weird.
Go to military school long enough and some people get pissed off just being called their last name, so they demand you call them by their first name.
Ah, I see. I got it. Alright. I guess I should try and ask her about herself, as it really does seem as if she's catering to me. So which class are you from? I imagine it's one of the third-year classes.
Correct. I'm in 3-2, which is on the 3rd floor, same as yours. It's taught by Miyagi. Really? Miyagi?
Miyagi.
And is specifically for both blind and partially blind students.
I see.
I don't.
Get it? I mean, sorry. I feel like slapping myself for the faux pas. Looking at her face, though, she doesn't seem in the least bit put off by it.
My, there's no need to change your speech on my account.
Sure. Sorry. Guess I'm really showing my newness here.
I almost thought that said nudeness. I was like, what?
Not that she could see it anyway.
An environment like this would be a big change, so I can't fault you for it. While the same can't be said for everyone, many have come to terms with their conditions.
A category which would include her, it seems. All too ready to jump ship from this particular topic, I segue into another. Do you come here to drink tea often? It's a really nice place.
Isn't there a crack in the window? Or in the wall?
It's probably some sort of decoration. Like an icicle or a serpent. Something.
Reaching for it there?
Yeah. Thinking on it, this might be her version of the place behind my school that I like to have lunch at.
I come here fairly often during lunchtimes. My duties as class representative don't leave enough time for an official club, so a friend and I use this room for having tea.
Class representative, huh? Compared to Shizune, her mannerisms seem to be almost completely opposite. While Shizune's blunt and fiercely driven, Lily seems relaxed and calm.
She is gonna
Almost
be a
aloof.
wild girl.
Oh dear.
Oh, you know they always are.
I'm not gonna argue, but I'm kind of hoping that she's just chill.
Aw, he wants the chill blind chick.
I just want a chill character. We don't get very many of those.
This is true.
There it goes. Come to think of it, she might be useful for a less biased view of the school's clubs. What kind of clubs are there to join?
There we go. Sorry about that. The more popular ones are the track and field club, which use the field near the school during lunchtimes, the baseball club, and the book club in a room near the library. There are also numerous small ones too, though such as art and music clubs.
At a time when I wanted to get on my feet, rushing into a club right away seems slightly unappealing. I wonder if this school shares the same rule as my old one. Is it compulsory to join a club?
It isn't, though it is encouraged.
Ah, good. That's a relief. I really let down my guard around this girl. Let such a thing slip out. Fact seems to slightly amuse her. Not wanting my tea to get cold, I finally start drinking it as Lily does the same. As I look over to the window over her shoulder, I notice the light coming to the room has a distinctly orange tint.
Give me 1 minute. The music just got really loud. Okay, go ahead.
I I guess I'm curious as to how the music's now louder than it was before.
I don't know, it just suddenly got really loud. I guess whoever programmed this part didn't do a good job.
As I look over to the window over her shoulder, I notice that the light coming into the room has a distinctly orange tint.
Okay, I really wouldn't mind if people were calling me by my first name. I did go through all of high school being known by just my last name. So it actually got weird when I found out what my friends' first names were, because a couple of them, none of us knew what each other's first names were until graduation.
Interesting. Even here, time doesn't stand still.
Did he expect it to?
Huh, the time's gone quickly, and I never went to the library.
Sorry?
Right, she's blind. Of course she can't see the sun setting. It just looks like the sun's starting to set. It seems to come as a surprise for her. I guess she must have lost track of the time.
Sorry, Sao. I didn't mean to keep you from the library for so long.
I quickly moved to allay her concern. Ah, no. It's okay. The library's still open, isn't it? She pauses and takes a moment to think on it. Probably something I should have asked Shizune when I had the chance, but Lily seems likely to know in any case.
True. It's open until 6:30 during weekdays.
A quick glance at my watch confirms that I have well enough time to get there. I might get going in that case. It's been nice talking with you, Lily. She smiles and gives a deep nod, her hands still neatly folded on the table in front of her.
It was my pleasure. Oh, come to think of it, shall I show you where the library is?
I couldn't possibly ask for more help. I should be able to find it all right.
Are you sure? I've heard you've lost your Tard Wrangler. Is he still out getting you a drink?
No, I've got it. We're good. Well, unless my navigational skills fail me once again. Which they seem to have the habit of doing.
It's alright. I was going to be It's alright. I was going to be talking to the librarian there in any case. I could introduce you.
This gets better and better. It's pretty hard to deny her offer. If you're sure, then that'd be great. Thanks. As she stands up to follow me, she takes hold of a straight, retractable cane that had been slipped in the handle of her bag on the floor. Compared to the cane the boy in my class had, Lily's looked much thinner and longer. His must be for sport, whereas Lily's is for navigation. Together, we leave the peaceful room and enter the empty hallway on the way to the library. Side by side, my pace carefully slowed to match hers. We slowly walk through the hall. It doesn't take long for us to arrive at the door with a warm-looking room, apparently situated in the center of the floor, rather than either wing. Ladies first.
Sexist.
I am such a pig. She gives an appreciative smile at the gesture, taking the lead as we file in. To the left is the wooden library counter. To the right, or I'm sorry, with the library proper being on the right. It easily dwarfs my old school's library, with the distinct smell of old books giving the place an almost old-world air. There don't seem to be a lot of students here. Considering the time, It isn't a big surprise. Everyone's probably either in school grounds or the dorm.
Yuko, are you here?
She says it to thin air, since the librarian doesn't seem to be present, and of course, Lily can't see this. What's unexpected is that it draws a reaction. Something from under the counter thuds against it, followed by a quiet wail.
Aww. Oh my
Oh.
god, it looks like Twinkle.
That's, interesting. The origin, apparently the librarian, quickly crawls out and bounces up to extremely rigid attention.
Hi, Lily. How can I help you?
Her voice is strained in a failing attempt to sound casual as she's rubbing the back of her head.
Good afternoon. What happened just now? I heard a strange sound. It's nothing. I just hit my head. See, I dropped an eraser under my desk, and while I was looking for it, a pencil dropped, and then I was looking for both of them, and you came and surprised me. Are you alright? I'm sorry, I couldn't know. It's okay. It's okay. Sorry for making you worry. This is nothing. I've had worse happen to me.
She's quick to reverse Lily's apologies, almost frantically trying to push them aside, the possibility that she could be in any way inconvenienced by bashing her head on the counter.
Yes, worse things have happened.
The girl fidgets her fingers as Lily doesn't seem to drop her concerned expression, and then she shuffles some papers around the counter for no reason. A little shorter than Lily, replete with glasses, freckles, and a very troubled look. She seems fit to a library perfectly.
Haha, Lily, did you get my message? Message? Oh, the 2 imported books that arrived. Right. They finally came. I can't believe it took so long, but...
And Mr. Celebrations, partially for managing to change the topic, I'm sure, she notices me from the corner of her eye and freezes on the spot when she does. She knows.
Oh no, I'm sorry for not noticing you before. Did you...
It's okay. We fishmen are very kind. I won't eat you today. We'll be okay.
Yeah, I've been told I'm not allowed to ask about the gills anymore. Did you need to check out a book or return one? I'm sorry.
The way she can change so quickly between moods is a little unsettling.
She's either bipolar or ADHD.
Maybe she's also has a disability.
I'm pretty sure everything in this school does. He's with me, Yuko. This is Hisao, a new student. Hisao, this is Yuko, the school librarian. Pleased to meet... Oh wait, wrong one, sorry. Fuck, I'm used to the green.
Pleased to meet you.
Don't mock me, bitches.
Pleased to meet you, ma'am.
Hey, no spoilers. Guys, no spoilers. Hisao, right, Hisao. Pleased to meet you, Hisao. Pleased to meet you too, Hisao.
For a second, she visibly attempts to engrave the name on her mind so she won't forget.
Yuko often arranges to import foreign books in Braille for me. Would you like to tell Hisao a little something about the library?
Lily's innocent suggestion is met with an expression of abject terror.
Please, Lily, I can't... I don't know what he could be interested in. This is too much responsibility. I'm gonna have a fucking panic attack over here.
How it's any responsibility at all, I don't get. But Her objection is so sincere, I don't doubt for a second that she would rather disembowel herself on the spot than tell me where the light novels are.
But...
So, there are a lot of books in Braille here. Are there a lot of books in Braille here? I attempt to save the day by asking the first thing that pops into my head. It seems to work, at least partially, as Yuko seems to not exactly relax, but at least look slightly less tense.
Well, I think about a third or fourth of Yamaku's library is either in Braille or audio.
Makes sense, given all the blind students that'd be here. If it's only that, how come this library is so big in the first place?
Because we have students...
Take my hand, we'll make it somehow.